All right. That Mel Gibson movie's making Hand Over Fist. The one where they, the Jews are all evil hook noses who kill Christ for 2 hours and,
Right.
Kill him.
It's called The Jews Killed Christ.
Yeah. Christians are flocking to it and having incredible experiences and feelings.
How much money has it made? Has it made all 25 million back already?
Yeah. First day. That's a huge first day.
Yeah, I heard in 2 days it made a little over $50 million.
So he's made everything back already.
It's a good movie for Jews to see. So now they know what Christians are being taught.
Right.
Because, before, it puts it right in their face so they know that now they're absolutely sure that they're in big trouble.
I went to Catholic, catechism and stuff.
Yeah.
I was never taught the Jews killed Christ. I don't remember that. I mean, I wasn't a good student, but so maybe.
Right.
You probably didn't
You're
pay
not
attention.
a good judge of what was taught.
No, but I don't
They
remember.
were teaching it. Artie was eating.
I don't remember.
You were drunk and on coke.
I don't remember that being a big
Do you
point.
remember school? Give me a break.
I'm just saying, in case anybody missed the point, it's in Mel Gibson's movie. And later on, I'll talk to the dude who interviewed Mel Gibson's dad.
Oh, okay.
And it's really, really good.
People used to ask me if I go to Sunday school. I said, I don't go to Tuesday school.
It's not true. Jews did kill Christ.
What is it, Casey?
Yo, if I'm feeling squirrely this weekend, you know what a good thing to do is? Like, if you go to this movie and you sit in the front, you laugh like Max Cady in Cape Fear.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
what
It's
you
like,
do.
just laugh like, while he's getting beaten. How funny would that be?
Well, Mel Gibson, his dad is going around talking about how the Holocaust never happened.
Right.
And this guy definitely hates Jews.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk to the dude that interviewed him. And that dude who interviewed him is a Jew.
Oh.
Mel Gibson's dad didn't know.
Didn't know. I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
A very religious Jew.
Good for him.
That's incredible. Because
Yeah.
I was like, what's that guy up to over there? He's just going, and
Yeah.
why did they do that?
So I'll play you some whacked out stuff. Yeah, Tom.
I was just saying, like Artie, I had Catholic educated all but 2 years of my life. I was never taught.
Yeah, I think Mel Gibson went to a special...
Well, Mel Gibson isn't even into that whole Vatican thing. He doesn't follow the rules of the Vatican Church. He's a
against
radical
the new,
Catholic.
Right,
Yeah.
the new Catholicism.
He's way off.
Yeah.
Right. He wants the Mass in Latin. He wants...
Anybody who has a real brain in their head knows that the whole Bible is made up. I mean, there's no real Jesus and there's no real
Gospel,
Moses.
which this movie is supposed to be based on. I think there are 4 of them, and they tell the story in different ways. All
Right.
different, all
Yeah.
of them.
And actually... And none of them were apparently written. None of the Gospels were written by either Matthew, Mark, Luke, or
Right,
John.
right.
Who are the
Listen,
four-
all I know is...
Right.
All right, thank you, Tom. All I know is...
It was written by Carrot Top.
All I know is...
The Grimm's brothers.
People are
right.
passing out. They're crying. They're putting ashes on their head. It's
They're
like
dying.
they're dying. It's a religious revival in these movie theaters.
Even a priest came out the other day and said, wow, I'm going to, hold this whole communion thing in a whole different new light.
And Jews are heading for the hills everywhere. They're going like, uh-oh. So
Yeah,
this is
time
what they've
to
been...
take to the mattresses.
This is what's going on.
The most ridiculous thing I saw is a woman came out and said, now I know he was God.
She saw a movie.
Because of the movie.
I'm telling you, no human being could have survived this beating as long as Jesus does, and he should have been out of his mind. He shouldn't have been able to walk around looking at people and saying things.
He was more like Spider-Man,
Yeah,
who
he's
could
like
take
a
a
superhero.
vicious beating from Green Goblin and keep coming back.
Yeah, he's Batman.
No, he's the guy with the hockey mask, Jason.
There you go.
Because you can't get
He's
rid of
rising
Jason.
from the dead.
The woman who plays Mary, his mother, is a Jew.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, what does she care?
Well,
You know,
I'm
Jews
sure
want to just
they're
work.
Jews playing the Jews.
Yeah.
And they said, she has this special glow. When they were casting her, she said, you've got this special glow, and you're the woman.
It's that Jew glow.
No, they found out that as they were making the movie that she was pregnant, and nobody knew when they cast her.
What does that got to do with anything?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's like, oh, she's a Jew. I'm like, I'm sure the Jews were Jews, too.
And did the Jew baby
Jew
give her the
baby.
special glow?
I don't know.
And her baby was a Jew.
Jew babies make you glow? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Jew babies will make you
I've always
glow.
said pregnant women have a special glow. See, there it is.
If you put a Jew baby inside of you,
And you have a
you will
special
glow.
You
Right,
want
you'll
that
have a
special glow?
That's right.
Get a Jew baby.
Thank you, Tom. Anyway, I got to admit,
And I do remember having the feeling like when I was watching all those Jewish guys play the bad Jews, it's like, why did they decide to do this movie?
Well,
it's Mel Gibson. It's an honor.
they need SAG benefits. I mean, everybody's got to make a living.
I guess.
Man, oh man, oh man, that movie's just making money, whether it's good or bad. But we'll talk to the Jew who tricked Mel Gibson's dad into
And revealing his true feelings.
He didn't actually have to trick him. The guy's pretty open about it.
We'll talk to that tricky Jew.
The trick was not telling him he was a Jew.
Yeah. And I guarantee you Mel Gibson doesn't fall far from the tree.
That's great that guy did that, though. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk to him. He's a pretty cool dude. I have to admit, I turned on the TV to, and this is embarrassing, to just look at myself. I hardly had time yesterday. Yesterday was one of my busiest days ever. Not because of like this whole getting thrown off 6 stations and everything, but I just had a bunch of meetings planned. I had to go to the psychiatrist. You should have heard that session.
Oh, boy. Oh, I would have loved to have been there yesterday.
Yeah, I was real angry about the FCC and the government and, you know.
You had a real rant, I'll bet.
Yeah. Oh, good one.
Oh, such a good rant.
Poor psychiatrist.
I know, he's got to sit there going, I hope he doesn't take it out on me.
Yeah. Hope the guy doesn't jump out the window. So, you know, whatever. I was so busy, and then I was just beat. And then I was talking to this guy who's a carpenter, you know, about fixing some stuff in my apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like in the middle of all this, I'm trying to figure out how to get some doors off my closet.
I know, it sort of makes it like, why are you worried about doors at a time like that?
I know, but I had the appointment, and quite frankly, it's a lot more important to me than all this FCC stuff because I can't find my shoes.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, it was like I was more excited to sit and talk to the carpenter,
Absolutely.
Get this fixed.
the woodworker, the woodmaker. This guy's a real talented guy, and he was giving me some solutions to my problems in my closet. And I'm thinking of moving my stereo over somewhere so I can create some more cabinets. Got a whole bunch of things I need done, and I'm saying this is more important to me, quite frankly.
Well, it's good that you can look at life that way.
Yeah, so I had that going on, and I don't know. Then, then I had to go out to dinner last night with Mel.
Oh.
Not because of we've planned this for weeks. Mel is our boss of all bosses. But Mel had called me up and said, hey, would you do me a favor? And, you know, if Mel asked me to do a favor, I'm going to do it.
I understand. I'd like
Yeah.
you to do a favor for me.
So I went to dinner. Evidently, this was a big deal, but I didn't know.
What?
You know who the owner of the New England Patriots, Bob Kraft?
I know the name.
Yeah, he's like a big deal. His son,
Kraft
Jonathan.
Foods, yeah.
Jonathan is 40 years old. So Mel said, look, Jonathan's a huge fan of the show. Would you come by, John George? We're having a dinner for him.
Oh.
Would you come by and sit and say hello? I said, of course. And I actually had a really good time. It took my mind off of some stuff.
Right, yeah.
And Bob Kraft was there with his wife, and she's real nice. And Jonathan's wife, very nice. And Mel and Terry were there, and, you know, I love them. So we were just sitting and having a good time, and it was just a lot of fun.
Good.
You know? And Mel said some nice supportive things about what's going on with the FCC and the state of, you know, affairs in the world. And but for the most part,
It was just a nice evening.
it was a nice evening.
About business.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just having fun.
Good.
So it was a good time. And then Bob Kraft gave me, see, I don't know anything about sports. And Mel said I'm a big homo because I don't know about sports. He didn't say it quite like that, but
Is
I
Mel
mean-
a sports
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah,
Mel's-
of course.
Mel's
Mel
way.
goes to the Super Bowl every
Yeah.
year. Mel,
Mel
loves it.
paid $1 billion for the
Yeah.
rights to the NFL just so you
Well,
could, you know.
Yeah, that's a great business move,
Yeah.
but maybe you're not a sports fan.
No, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Well, Mel was telling Bob Kraft it's not a great business move because he doesn't make any money with it.
How could you not make money with the
The only
Super Bowl?
person he makes money with is me.
The argument is usually when you get those games, you can advertise your other programming on the game.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah,
so those,
because
I
so
mean,
many people watch.
Everybody loves Raymond makes money, so don't complain, Mel.
Nah. No, he wasn't complaining, but he made a good point on my behalf. He says, well, if I pay $1 billion to the NFL and I end up making $10 million in profits, I said, he says, Howard, I pay a lot less money to you, and I
get
make
a lot
way
more.
more.
Yeah.
He goes, so you guys should get $1 billion. I go, you're right.
Yeah, I
What
would
about that?
say that at negotiation time.
Well, you'd had a few drinks in him. But he's making a good point.
He's making a great point.
If you have to pay $1 billion for the
make
NFL
10
to make $10 million, and us way less,
Right.
and we generate way more,
Yeah.
who's worth more money?
You!
He is. That's how it works out.
Yeah, where are my gifts? I think I'd get a gift.
You got dinner.
Yeah. Well, I didn't actually eat dinner. I just had club soda. I wasn't even
Oh,
drinking.
you didn't even get dinner?
No, I didn't want it. I had to go home. I had to get to bed.
Well, say
Meanwhile, I couldn't fall asleep till like 11 o'clock last night. You should have seen the frenzy I was in.
That's the
You
worst.
might as well have stayed there.
Beth was out of town, and I realized I need someone in my bed to fall asleep.
You're
I
a
would.
mess.
You should have called me.
Look,
Artie would come
I
over and
swear to
sleep
God,
with
I
you.
must be, like, first of all, it was a stressful day. And I don't think I realized how stressful it was. That's number one.
Yes.
Oh, let me just get back to the guy from the New England
Right.
Patriots, Bob
Yeah,
Kraft
what'd you
and
get?
Jonathan. Well, Mel kind of thought I was going to get a Super Bowl ring.
Ah.
Like I could have gotten one of those.
Right.
And I was kind of like, gee, I don't need that crap, but what the
What
hell?
are you talking about?
It must be a big deal, right?
It is a big deal.
Dude.
Very few people have those.
To me, that's a big deal.
So Bob Kraft says, I have something for you. And I'm like, okay, here comes my Super Bowl ring. And Artie will be impressed. Artie will be like, wow.
Yeah.
So he hands me a bag. Right away, I know it ain't no Super Bowl ring.
There's no ring in a bag.
Yeah. So he goes, this shirt, it's like one of those jerseys,
Oh.
a New England Patriots jersey. He goes, this is the official jersey of New England Patriots. And like, nobody had, so,
Right,
blah, blah,
right.
blah, blah,
You
blah.
got to be on the team.
It has like the number 1 on it or something. I went,
Oh.
I don't think that's such a great gift.
Did you rummage through the bag to see if there was a ring?
I
at
was
the
like, turn it over, see if there's a check or something.
Did it have your name on the bag or
But
something?
I did make a pitch for him to put me in his will and take Jonathan out. I said, you know what you could really do that'd be nice is put me in your will
Yeah.
and take Jonathan out.
That's the will to get in.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm a good dude.
Well, you know who does have a Super Bowl ring, and this might make your head spin, but he's the greatest guy, is Oedipus. Our,
does he?
Our program director in Boston.
Really?
He
Oedipus has a lot of things he shouldn't have.
he was the executive producer, I guess, of the Super Bowl broadcast on BCN.
Oh.
And he
And-
gets a ring?
And he
Got
got a
it.
ring?
And me and John, he took me and John to dinner last time we did stand up there. He's the greatest guy, but he goes, I'm going to show you something. And he showed me the Super Bowl ring, and I was aggravated that
Right.
he had her. I'm
yeah,
like,
you're not going to be aggravated over my jersey, are you?
No, I mean, the jersey's a nice thing to have, but you get a Super Bowl ring is like,
That's major.
that
Does Oedipus wear it?
he wasn't wearing it that night. He had it in like a cloth thing, and he presented it to me, and he let me put it on.
Is it actually valuable if Oedipus has one? Think about it.
Well, his isn't valuable.
Is it a real Super Bowl ring?
It looked real to me,
Or is it
man.
like a copy like they give out to guys who work at radio stations?
No,
a
it was
replica of.
It was a real ring, and those rings now are intricate. I mean,
And
it
don't
had
they
the-
have diamonds and
But wait a
everything?
It had
second.
the Patriots logo encrusted in diamonds all around it, and it's
How gaudy.
It's
I
a-
thought,
wow.
can't they just do a simple silver thing?
it's not a tasteful ring.
I'm sitting there going like, if Oedipus is getting, that means like a lot of dudes. If you're into the Oedipus level of giving out rings,
Right.
Some radio guy who had something to do with the broadcast.
Well, he produced it.
All right, look, if he got a Super Bowl ring, that means there must be tons of them floating around and they can't be that valuable. Or his is like a knockoff ring they give to people who.
Yeah, a commemorative.
Howard, I don't know if John wants to come in and explain it too, because he held it. It is heavy. It is a real ring. It's got to be what
All
they
right.
get.
Okay.
And I had the same reaction though. I'm like, shouldn't it only be the guys
Who were
Yeah.
on the field.
bleeding on the field? and
Yeah,
the coach
in fact,
and-
I even debate whether the dudes who sit on the bench during the game
I
who
don't
never
get
get
in?
in,
Yeah.
I don't think they should get a Super Bowl ring.
trainers get them.
The
Front
coaches
office guys
shouldn't
get
get
them.
'em.
I knew a guy who worked the speed gun for
Yeah.
the Yankees. Like, he would sit in the back and work the speed gun and see how fast the pitchers were throwing.
Yeah.
He has 4 Yankee World Series rings.
Wow. He worked every
And he
one,
works
huh?
the speed gun.
He works the speed gun, sits there,
See, that's
and
bogus.
travels with the team.
Then it's not a valuable item.
Well, it is valuable if you've got the ring of somebody who is actually in the
Right.
game. Oedipus
shoulda-
couldn't pawn off his ring for anything.
I should have brought in my jersey to see if it's valuable, but he swore to me,
Oh, no,
Bob
it is.
Kraft, that it's valuable, but I don't
Why
see the
is
value.
his jersey valuable?
Why is it must be some special jersey?
Because it's the official jersey from a year they won the Super Bowl. If it's an official jersey, that
But
is-
how do I mean?
You know
Every
what?
year is
but
different.
here's the
To you, it's worth 25 cents.
yeah. I was like, what am I going to do with this?
I'll give you $200 for it.
I might sell it on eBay.
You could.
'Cause I
And
said,
does it
what-
have your name on it?
no, it says I don't know. I didn't even look at it. I just threw it back in the bag and stuck it in my apartment.
If you threw it on eBay and you said, this is an official jersey
Right.
given to me by Robert Kraft from the year that New England won the Super Bowl,
Yeah, what could I get?
started at 500, and I'll bet you'll get some, especially,
But does it have a year on it?
doesn't matter.
I don't know what it has on it. I'll bring it in on Monday.
I'm like, how do you know what year it's from?
Hey, Howard, can I just?
All I know is I got a feeling it's like Oedipus's Super Bowl ring.
It's
Well,
not even
because-
real.
It's so not worth it.
I'll say one thing about that Bob Kraft, though, man.
Yeah.
They know how to run a football
Oh,
team.
yeah.
That is an efficient, great team. They've won a couple of bowls in 3 years. They know what they're doing up
Yeah.
there.
And he seems like a real cool dude. I mean, I only had, had drinks and stuff, and then,
Yeah, the Patriots are a good team, man, and they're run well.
They're amazing on the field. It's like a machine when
Yeah.
they're grinding through another team.
Yeah.
Hey, more importantly, do you know if it's like Tom Brady's jersey? Is it?
I don't know. I'll bring it in.
They had it number 1. Is that Tom Brady's number?
Oh, it's number 1.
Yeah, they put number 1. It's not even a real jersey.
I don't know what it is.
It's not yet.
But I
Tom-
supposedly have something great.
You know, you guys were talking about the rings before.
Yeah.
When the Mets won the World Series in 1986, I went to the Skybox the next year. Somebody had a luxury box.
Right.
The guy that's in charge of catering for the luxury box has a World Series ring. Then this was the weirdest.
That's what
one.
I'm talking about.
Keith Hernandez, his best friend, lived in my building when I lived in the city. I'm in the elevator one day. I go, "What's that?" He goes, "World Series ring." I go, "Where'd you get that from?" He goes, "Best friends with Keith Hernandez."
So he gets one?
Yeah, you can
told
buy
you.
them.
I told
forget
you.
about it.
I told you.
Nobody cares.
And the Super Bowl ring is worthless. Unless there's a special ring for the players.
Unless
That's the
you're
one
Tom-
I'd
yeah,
want.
Unless you're Tom Brady, it's worthless.
Right.
Well, yeah, if you get Tom Brady's ring or if you get
Like,
Mickey
what would I be
Mantle's,
doing
whatever.
walking around with a ring? What did I play?
Yeah, whose girlfriend are you? It's like you got
Yeah.
pinned or
I got a
something.
ring. I got a ring for watching the Super Bowl.
What's your buddy's name again? The guy, the football player guy, just escaped my.
Marco Battaglia.
Like if Carolina would have won, do you think Marco's ring is a big ring, or is it not that big a ring because he didn't play as much?
Well, he didn't play as much, but he was at least sitting there.
He had a uniform
At least
on.
he was on the. He was on the field.
Right.
No, that ring means. Marco was a player on a team. That means something. Come on.
Yeah.
But
All I know is when I got that jersey, I'm saying that means Bob Kraft's gardener has a jersey.
Oh, yeah.
The limo driver has a jersey, and I'm running around with my jersey.
You're in that group.
By the way, I very rarely will be seen wearing a football jersey. It's just not my look.
Well-
I don't look anything like a guy who should be in a football
Well,
jersey.
I'm sure they expect you to go home and have that mounted and put it on your wall.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, what wall would that be hanging on?
I'm a John, right next to the Neil
Party.
Young poster.
Yeah, where am I? What wall do I have?
They make a special
That you
frame.
could devote to that.
They make a special frame for that, Howard. It's a glass
Yeah,
and
I
the window
know.
opens.
Yeah, so I
you
can hold
actually
it,
touch your jersey.
so I can fondle it and touch myself with it.
I wouldn't
So,
wear it anyway. I'm a John.
Anyway, I got home from
Giant.
that, and Jonathan Kraft, the Bob Kraft's son, said to me, I feel bad. He goes, I know you hate doing this stuff. I go, you know what? I do, but I had a nice night. It was nice meeting you and everything, and I split, and then I went home. I was beat, I thought, and went through my email, which there was like 10 million just of like video reports of me on the news, and I'd had enough of myself by then. And then I had 47 phone calls on my voicemail. I tried to return a few of them because I had made plans for this weekend, and then I'm like canceling plans. And I'm just trying to figure it all out.
Let me ask you something. Did you give an official quote anywhere?
No.
Because on CNN there was a scroll that you said.
I didn't say anything.
There was a scroll on CNN that said Howard Stern says that what Clear Channel is doing to me is a sign this country's becoming communist.
Maybe
that
that was
was
from the
something from
radio
the radio
show.
show.
But I don't remember you saying that on the radio show. So
You did mention
didn't say-
communism a couple of times, but I don't know if you said that exact thing.
Yeah, I guess they just decided to attribute something to me,
Right.
which most news organizations did yesterday.
Yeah, they were doing it all day.
Yeah, I mean, literally.
it wasn't in quotes, so maybe they paraphrased something from the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I made this like a big duty